Name the last time a player of this caliber came onto a team this dominant.
He wants to do it, but he's worried about the reaction.
The kind of gravy train, just a scapegoat move to try to ease your way.
He's done everything wrong.
Kevin Wayne Durant, 9/29/88. He was a big boy. 8 pounds, 3 ounces, and 22.5 inches. I remember it exactly. And I had natural birth with him. Whew. I remember him playing on AAU, and they always questioned him. So the team moms, they kept a profile of the kids, and so they always had to have a copy of his birth certificate because they thought he was older because he was taller.
First time I laid eyes on him was during an AAU event. I've told anybody that once you see him play, anybody could walk in and said, that guy's going to be a great player.
I didn't think I would be in the NBA. I didn't know it for sure, but I didn't plan on anything else since I was 9. I was humble enough to know that it may not happen, but I was arrogant enough to be like, all right, I have no choice but to be. I understood the journey at an early age too. My first goal was to make the varsity team. I did that. Second goal was to start on varsity and lead the team in scoring. I did that in my sophomore year.
One of the step, Durant, showtime.
My college goal was go to college, a big time college, and play Division I. I did that. So I set goals along the way, and I hit them quicker than I thought. And then that's when I was like, holy, I'm on a nice little trajectory.
The day that he walked in my room, he cried. He said, Coach, I don't know how to say it really. He just said, but I think it's time that I've got to pursue the draft. And he had to. I mean, one, he should have been the very first pick. I mean, that was a no-brainer, but he wasn't, but it didn't matter. You just knew wherever he went, he was going to be a difference maker.
You knew that he had that special it that a lot of the great ones have. I was an assistant coach in Seattle. And then I became his head coach his second season. What he did just did not happen overnight. It has taken decades.
Durant, pull-up jumper, off the rim, and oh!
I don't think he was trying to be the best ever, but I think what he was trying to do was to be the best Kevin ever.
I think it goes back to the way he was raised, his background, his young coaches that were there with him at an early stage in his life, and they kept him out of trouble and taught him that, hey, if you're going to be good at this game, you got to work hard. You know his saying that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Somebody forgot to tell him he was talented.
Durant, leaving the only NBA franchise he's ever known and heading west.
Driving the lane.
Never could get over, yo. As a kid, we would go to Florida, right? Next door to the hotel was just this pizza shop we used to always go into, and they had the tips in the cup. And the dude went to the back. All my teammates took $1 out of the cup. I took $1, he only called me. I was like, I can't never get over it, even if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Things like that used to happen to me all the time. I used to try to get over on stuff, and I never could. And I was like, you know what? It might not be as life. I can't just skate by and get through life without really having to work for something. You know what I'm saying?
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me?
Steve was here, so I was able to get my rhythm working on him.
I reap what I done sowed.
He's probably one of the most skilled players ever. So, you know, all the little one dribble pull up stuff, pick and roll stuff, he critiques. He texts me after most games, and we talk about stuff we need to work on, and just balance. And you see why I do a lot of the squats and shots, mainly get my core right, balance right. You know what I'm saying? So he's a guru at that. We call him Yoda. Got my Yoda working with Steve.
You know, when we're working out, I don't really think about how good he is. I just try to, you know, plant seeds in his mind to remind him on little things that, you know, sometimes we forget about, and that can hopefully allow him to improve and to reach his potential, which, you know, he's already exceeded. When I watch him play the game, it's incredible to see how he puts it all together. You know, his size and skill set is something we've never really seen in this league. We've seen very skilled big guys before, tall guys, but not with his combination of size, skill, and athleticism, agility, quickness, ability to play multiple positions, and to be as accurate as he is. Kids are saying he's a unicorn. I'll go with that. Playoffs are the most fun. I mean, that's what it all is for. All the hard work, all the hours, all the dreaming as a kid. You know, it's great to make the league. It's great to be a draft pick and to realize some of those other things. But at the heart of it all, it's that energy and emotion and challenge of overcoming the adversity of winning in the playoffs when, you know, you lose or go home. That's what you long for, those moments where the pressure's on. And it is a little bit of a drug.
I was up late night balling. Up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling. Counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late night balling. Counting up hundreds by the thousand. I was up late.
Durant crossover finishes.
Hundreds by the thousand.
Durant for three. Durant sidestep layup is good.
Sleeping late nights, no bleeding, gun squeezing.
You got a full cap on? Yeah. Oh. So, I thought it was a train.
I hate being injured, you know? Just want to be out there just hooping, you know? That's why I have the most fun. Try to be positive and cheer my teammates on, man. Getting injured in playoffs, it never happened to me before. So, I mean, luckily it's not as bad as the injury I had before.
You see him land on KD's left leg, and he had to be taken off the floor.
You see that Ketson right in that knee locks up and then is forced backwards. That's got to be painful.
I didn't work with him during the knee injury. It was about 6 weeks where he wasn't doing a lot. But when he got back on the court, I worked with him. You know, for me, I was surprised at how good he was in a relatively short period of time. I think I saw his first scrimmage with the team, and he looked a little bit like a fish out of water for 2 minutes, and then the last 8 minutes of scrimmage, he played like the MVP of the league. And I think in some ways that's why he tweaked his calf thereafter, because it was like, wow, he's all the way back and probably opened up the gates a little too soon. But, you know, he's the type of guy that can fool us all because he just looks like he never had a day off.
I work so hard, man. I work tirelessly, bro. So it's easy to discredit somebody when you don't see the work and you only just look at the wins and losses or missed shots, made shots. Don't matter. It matters what you don't see. That's the stuff that matters. That's what the kids need to know. I just keep building on that foundation I laid down 20 years ago. And I'm trying to make a mansion. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn near there.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit the back down. Seem like everybody nowadays Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you motherfuckers how to act now. I'ma show them how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show them how to act.
KD's one of my favorite players. He's just always been an inspiration and a role model. Having KD, mentor me in a way is unbelievable for any kid. Coming from college, a lot of kids would probably die to be in my position right now. He keeps it real. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. If I do something wrong on the floor, when I'm out there, he always tells me, pick it up, you can do better. To continue to work as hard as he is and to be at his level, I think that he sees that in me, the potential that I have. I haven't proven anything in this league, but for him to give me that praise as a basketball player, I think that only helps my confidence even more. He's fun, man. He's funny, cracks jokes, real cool. Always got that smile on his face. I think that's the best part about him. A lot of guys are too cool for handshakes, but not KD.
Durant pulls down the board, trying to take it all the way. Durant will. Misses the layup, but there to put his own back. Steal by Green, giving it up for Kevin Durant. As we send Utah home now, quick thoughts on Golden State versus Houston, Golden State versus San Antonio.
Well, I don't see either one of them beating Golden State Warriors right now.
Katie, is that like a secret handshake or something?
Secret society.
I like that.
Secret society.
Kevin, he is a loving, generous, kind person. He's the kind of person that believes that everyone is inherently good. That's just how Kevin is. And so, since he moved teams to go with the Warriors from Oklahoma, people have said some really horrific things about him. It's been quite hurtful as his mom. But I said, those people can't know Kevin. Sometimes it's difficult because I don't understand why people don't love him, because he's such a sweetheart. They really, really don't know him, because to know him is to love him.
I feel like I've been getting bullied all year, you know what I'm saying? I took the easy way out. I don't deserve anything. I took the easy way out. Easy. That pisses me off because I ain't never had no easy, bro.
There is no doubt in my mind, it was a crushing day for him when he knew that the decision that he had to make would be to go to Golden State, because he would never want anybody there to think that he didn't appreciate him, that he didn't mean every word he had ever spoken when he was there.
Kevin gave 9 years to OKC. It's a long time. And he gave everything he had. The tough decision was made, and you grow from it, you learn from it. It's how you handle it. We had a lot of great moments together.
It was time for him to move on, and change is good, and change is sometimes very difficult for people to accept. It was just parting with still being loved. That's the part that concerned him.
Not a lot of people in his situation will express vulnerability because it's perceived as weakness. Right before he made the decision, he said something like, "I don't know what to do, this is so hard." That to me was pretty profound, to hear someone that's supposed to be some kind of superhero acknowledging he's a human being, which is obviously he is, but sometimes we forget that, and we all have to make these choices in our careers, and they're hard. And sometimes there's a fork in the road, and it's not, it's a tough one. And we've all relate to that, but we don't have it plastered all over society.
It's hard to make it at the top of your profession, no matter what it is, but it's easy for people to discredit you. It's like, man, you worked your whole life to get to this point. And sometimes you don't even enjoy it because you worry about what other people got to say. And that's a struggle some days, especially when you're playing the NBA, where all you hear is the noise. It's hard to tune that out. As much as people want us to like be tough-minded and have thick skin, sometimes it's hard to like not take up for yourself and be like, yo, I work hard as hell. Like you're not in the gym after shooting around and after practices. Like you don't know what's going on through my head like the day before a game. Like you don't know. It's just a game to some people, but this should be real life to us.
I think people get this idea that like he made his decision and then on July 4th he was like, bring out the ace of spades, let's pop champagne, I'm going to Golden State. I mean, it was the opposite. Like his July 4th barbecue didn't exist. Like there was no celebration. He was in more pain making that decision than anybody because that was the opposite of what he had done his whole life, which was make sure that everybody was happy. All of a sudden it was like, nah, I'm in charge of my own thing. I'm in charge of my own ship here. And he always was, but he knew it now.
I know. All's my life I has to fight.
Oh, that's cold. Check you, I'm Tom intern. Well, Hazelnut.
Really good, actually. Obviously, being in the NBA is an amazing dream of mine, and as a kid, that's all I wanted to do. But as I got older, I realized the impact that we all have as not only just basketball players, but as people, to impact somebody's lives. And so to do this is my way of giving back and letting you guys know that the dream is always alive, is always real. So always believe in yourself. And that's what something as small as a basketball court did for me. And hopefully I'm giving it back to you guys. Oakland reminds me a lot of Washington, D.C., where I grew up. Just a couple days ago, we refurbished 2 courts in the area where I grew up and I first started playing the game.
3, 2,
1. It was special to me because that's where the dream started. You know, I was in your guys' position at one point, just hoping that, you know, something sparked me to do something that I loved, and I found the game of basketball from always going outside and playing with my friends and just enjoying what basketball brings, which is teamwork and leadership, you know, all of those qualities that I learned while playing the game of basketball. So to be here and to, you know, see all of this come full circle, it's a dream come true.
If they hatin', got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the Bay. Damn, but we don't never trip. All I know is gas, break dip. No, we never trick on that beer. No, I can't quit. No, I don't f with that mirror.
Durant on the pull-up. Fires a pass to Durant. Three-pointer. That's good. As Golden State obliterates San Antonio here in Game 2.
Just want to get some extra shots up. Nobody on the court. I've been in Utah and it felt good after that, so I've been doing it ever since. Yeah, I was up since 8 p.m. last night. I needed to sweat a little bit to wake me up, get my adrenaline pumping a little bit. I just needed to get on the court.
I can tell you, it's millions of shots now. It's not thousands. He's probably put millions of shots up. He's done that his whole life. I mean, that's him. If I were a young player today, he's the kind of guy that I would want to emulate. You're talking about a guy that works as hard as anybody at his trade, a guy that works as hard as anybody at trying to get better every day. He's never satisfied. He's a man that's on a mission to win a championship.
Durant, pull up from the elbow. McCall, back up Durant. Durant, good look for three. Got it. As the Warriors are headed to the NBA Finals for the third consecutive year.
To the finals. He's going to the finals.
Yeah.
Finals, man. It's only game on TV. Ready to get back. You know, we got the game plan going. We're scouting and watching film, so that's the fun part. The other series, we was waiting to the last minute to figure out who's going to play, you know what I'm saying? Once Cleveland won, we kind of start locking in. It's new for me because I wasn't a part of the last two, so my level of hate, it goes deep because they're my teammates and I know they don't like the Cavs, just playing against them so many times, but I feel like since we played them on Christmas, I just dove right into the matchup and injected myself into the game, and I felt part of it. I felt the pain they had when they lost last year.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition, flow inside my DNA. I was born like this and born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this. Was Yaoshu a new weapon? I don't contemplate, I meditate. Then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got.
Warrior, coming out. I'll give it to you when I come back. I want to tell you. Get back my home. Radio and tell that over there. Good luck, my man.
Court to Durant, fires a three, got it. Durant ahead to Green. Durant's evening is done. His first finals game with Golden State results in 38 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, and a proud mom.
I got realness, I just kill you cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dogs, I got heat, I got rock inside my DNA. I got love, I got trust, I some heart inside my DNA.
Tied an all-time record at only 4 turnovers for any playoff game in the history of the league.
I don't give a. We need 3 more wins. That's all that matters.
Of the game. Oh, he puts it in.
There's a dude with 35 in white getting it done defensively and then offensively, taking over the final. Mama, there goes that man.
I'm just doing my job. Just doing what I'm paid to do, which is to put in work, get better. So no matter how I do it, Whether it's coming over early or waiting till after all the guys finish and get my work in, I just got to do it. So I shouldn't be praised for doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like a different vibe around the team, you know, just more experience. They've been here before. They know how serious this Game 3 is, or what it feels like to be up in the series and lose. I think everybody has that feeling.
Just want to know what you're going to be like coming into the Lions Den.
Just got to come out with extreme passion and energy. Leave it all out there, man. You look at it that way, it's easier than getting X's and O's and what I have to do to stop these killers they got. But just play hard and, you know, it'll be all right. And a real finally.
Durant knocks down a three. James drives hard and throws it down. James is now guarding Durant. Long three. Kevin Durant rattles home the three-pointer. James splits the defense, kicks it out. J.R. Smith for three. Bang! Korver, corner three. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Durant.
I said, if they keep backing up, he's going to shoot this. I've seen him practice that shot 1,000 times.
It's good! Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
I've watched him in pickup games shoot it 5 feet further out.
When I coached him, I used to tell him, Kevin, the 7 or 8 rebounds you get defensively, attack. When he got the rebound, I just knew that he was pulling up for a three, because I've seen it so many times.
All I was looking at was the bottom of the net, and I seen he was playing, his heels was behind the three-point line. And I've been working on that shot my whole life. And, you know, for that one to go in, you know, that was liberating right there, man.
38 in game 1, 33 in game 2, and 31 here tonight. As Golden State takes the commanding 3-0 lead, and now the Cavaliers in a position that no team has ever crawled out of in an NBA playoff series.
I feel like we were just here a couple hours ago.
Because you were.
That's what it feels like to play in June, huh? I want it any other way, though.
J.R. Smith, first shot of the night is a three. James drives on Iguodala, keeps his dribble along the baseline, back up top. Smith from way outside. Bang! Cleveland is still alive as Golden State's quest for playoff perfection comes to an end tonight.
You get your ass whooped like that, you're like, man, run, check up again, let's go back. But, you know, we get another chance, we can run it back. So we'll see. You know, it's on our home court, in our neighborhood, so let's see what happens.
There is no doubt in my mind that he would give up all the scoring, he'd give up all the Player of the Year trophies, the MVP trophies, to be part of the championship team. And if they get it done, I think all that emotion and all that hard work that he's put into this game is going to just erupt.
Three-pointer. Durant tries again. Bang! Durant releases down the other end. What a pass! Durant has an opening and nails the three. Big shot after big shot from both teams.
When something good happens to me, I tend to look back and see the journey that I was on before it happened. And that's why I get so emotional. Like when I won MVP, it wasn't that I won MVP, it was that I could just play back in my head all the times that I woke up and didn't want to go to the gym and did. had a bad game one game and was mentally drained and pissed at myself for a few days and bounced back well. Who knows what'll happen if we win it. I don't want to think about it. I just want to just let it flow, let it happen. And whatever happens out there, just leave it all out. I can live with the results either way.
Durant pass inside, back out to McCall. The rookie finds Durant, steps back for three, pumps it in! Kevin Durant again! Durant stops, pulls up jumper, got it! 13 of 17 from the field. 37 more points for Kevin Durant. And now Golden State can dribble it out. There it is, redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete. The Warriors are NBA champions again.
I experienced everything I went to tonight, from like Fetty coming down and me hugging my mom, podium, and like all the team up there with their families, and like I want to experience when the commissioner gave us the trophy, and I want to experience being the Finals MVP. So like all that was on my to-do list.
In his 10th year in the league, he's been a perennial all-star. He's been the league MVP, but he's never been the Finals MVP. Your Bill Russell 2017 Finals MVP, Kevin Durant.
And to get to do all of that, I was like, all right, I got that out the way. I can die now, basically. That was something that I cherish more so than just having a ring. Those little experiences, to say I just did it, was huge for me.
I haven't had a beer in 4 months. What? Tastes so good. 4 months? 4 months. I haven't had. You got hurt. That's the inside stuff. That's sacrifice. It's called sacrifice. Oh, my first Chelsea made you. Chelsea made you not drink. Pat McCall, this ain't playing in a long time. He came in tonight into the third quarter. You see him hit 2 freaky ass layups with the right. Oh! He a champion. This man last year was going to class, college, algebra, pre-algebra. Another crazy story for you. They want to call us a super team. Ian Clark, what school did you go to?
Belmont University.
Belmont. What pick did you get drafted?
I didn't get drafted.
How many teams you played on?
This is my third team.
Third. What are you right now, today?
I'm a world champion. I'm an NBA champion right now.
What?
Talk to him, Jan.
I'm an NBA champion.
World champ,
Where
baby.
you from?
I'm from Dallas, baby.
Nobody even know this man.
Nobody even knows.
But you know what he is?
But you know what? We
Tell
are
him.
world champs, baby.
Tell him what you is.
Because of this man.
Tell him
right
what
here.
you is. My mother, champ,
Come
man.
on.
Hey, you better put some respect on that.
You know when you play ball with your friends and like you won for the day, and you know you can go to school the next morning and talk to them because you won. Like that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in the park around the neighborhood and they know we're the best team on the block. You got the chip. It's in that crib. Yeah, I gotta wait a whole year to see if I can get it back.
He takes on a lot. You know, he's in a lot of people either love him or hate him because he came to the Warriors. I appreciate that he's able to put all that stuff aside to be himself, to have a great voice for our game and for our young generation, and to not be afraid to make the unpopular decision that will help him grow as a man. And that's something that I can't have anything but the most respect for and appreciate about him as a person.
Boy, he's done a lot for a lot of people, and anybody that knows him would tell you that if anybody deserves it, he does.
Knowing that you just bosses for the rest of the year, like nobody can talk shit about you. You can say whatever you want about us as a team, but we champs. You know, there's a certain level of respect you get when you're a champion. But for me, for the most part, I'm just gonna still be who I am, enjoy this, but keep working.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note.